Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we're here taking a look at Mama's 2025 Alpha-Drive-One, or the Aldi Boys. We have their performance pulled up. I have two different versions to look through. We have the camera Mama version and we also have a fixed cam. So the goal is to be able to do a review choreographically of some kind. We've seen these boys go through the Boys to Planet side of the show, and so being able to see them in their first official movement performance activity, at least to me, in this way, I'm delighted to take a look at this with you. I'm ready. I hope you are. Let's go. All right. Here we are. Shout out to K-Planet for a fixed cam, because hopefully that means this will pass for YouTube, because I know you guys want to see this. Fun little reveals. Okay. We're trying to find them all. We're looking. Good job, camera. Trying to find them all. Oh, see? We didn't even get to see the blue and the red come together, right? We're walking. Go find him. Oh. So fun. I mean, okay. So the biggest thing I'm honestly been looking at is Junso's torso utilization. Are we gonna get it? I don't know. So a lot of unison here, not surprised. It definitely feels like an Ola Solar. We're closing this chapter, opening up formula, right? I'm really happy, honestly, with the concept style, because it's a pretty decent loophole if you ask me. Uh-oh. We had a little mistake happening over here. Yeah, I'm wondering how long they had to rehearse. Oh, basket runs. Those are like prime examples of my least favorite style, the chicken wing. Not on the boys, the dancers behind them. All right, it's dark. So I guess while they're playing stuff, they're playing Act 1. We're just fast forward. Right, see, that's all super dope. The screen there. Okay. We're gonna skip all this because it's just, you know, reveal. Like, that thing's freaking huge, right? Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, like, bless that situation. Huh. Okay, so we're gonna just walk forward. Ready. Oh, that's a fun little camera. Little race car. Don't worry, standing. Yeah, that hurts my ears. Standing in place. We can never do that enough, right? Okay, here we go. Welcome to Formula. There is something I'm curious about. And it has to do with... Oh, I love that vibration. That was cool. It has to do with the prep time for this. Because we have formations. That chorus was mighty unison heavy, which can be tricky. Right? Like, look. It's all the same choreo. We just do like a 2 people, 1 person transition, but it's still unison even here. That was fun. This is so fascinating because there's certain elements to this that I wouldn't be picking up on the way that I am if I wasn't watching build up, and I'll talk about that in a second because it's not about the vocals, it's about what I learned from that and how I'm applying it here to the dance. Huh. Okay. All right. So if you guys are, I mean, we can talk about the intro if we want. I mean, there's not like all this is just little focal point moments for camera, all that stuff, right? The pull away, the dance with the LED was fine. The basket runs or whatever, right? Okay, let me actually bring it here. All this, little opposition. So we'll touch on the intro. Okay. Is this clean? No. Does it make me curious, do we have a cleaner for them? And what I mean by that is somebody who is not in the dance and they're able to watch and they're able to like make sure everybody's on the same page. Because this is when build-up comes in, because I'm watching that show right now. There are certain feedbacks that the mentors on that show were giving to the contestants, and one of them really resonated with me. One of them was people are going, you know, they're vocalizing in different directions in the sense of how they're choosing to utilize their breath or how the volume of their mic in comparison to the people who are with them. Whenever you have a feature and then it switches to somebody else, are they going towards the same goal vocally? In the dance here, it gives the impression and observation that we have a lot of different members who are pursuing the same dance, but they are going in a different direction in how it's to be executed. For example, it would be, there's a lot of extra tension that's happening through a particular count compared to somebody else who's just hitting it. Those dynamics or those textures can affect the cleanliness overall of a routine. And I noticed it a lot in this, which is what makes me curious. Do we have somebody? Because I know Zero Base One did not have a cleaner for a good bit. It was Sungbin who did it. Do we have somebody that, you know, is cleaning it that's not a member? Because that's being in a dance and cleaning it yourself is different than not, you know, like your role is just cleaning the dance as somebody who does both. So we're going to talk through this, share my thoughts. I think we're not really going to take, you know, a gander at like I mean, concept wise, I really like. I freaking dig it. So I'm looking forward to seeing that expanded, hopefully in a lore base. Like, come on, give us a comic. Like, that would be so freaking sick. Collab with Tron. I don't know. But I'm not gonna really say like, what's the word? Like, I'm not gonna share like my overall thoughts about it until we have an official debut, and I think that's okay. Some people may think or ask, oh, is this too early for them to, you know, have a performance? I think this is the first time that they're navigating as a group not just being like in an enclosed environment, learning dances and competing with them. They have other schedules, and then they have to have dance on top of it. So it's a different priority list compared to when they were in the show, which is probably something they had to navigate. So I'm very curious about y'all's thoughts on that. I don't think there's a right time or wrong time in most cases. It's just circumstance. Because it could be, 2 years and this could have happened, or 2 years ago. Like, you just really don't know. So we're just really going to wait till the official debut to really share our thoughts. So we do some punches, knock it down, the tosses. So we have, it's all unison. It's like we learned a combo. Dancers, it looks like they were in a separate rehearsal, and then they put them all together here. Punch down, they send it over. The accent is nice, but with Sangwon, he has a very different texture presentation than those who are surrounding him, which is what makes him stand out, which would be fine if he was a dance feature. And yes, he's in point, and yes, he got first, so that's fine. But you just see it throughout whenever he's not in the center. You see those types of choices. That's not inherently a bad thing. It's just an observation that I'm curious about. Do we have somebody regulating what they're doing texture-wise? Accent, they present it forward, the punch through, and also I noticed it on Arno too. The taps are fine, arms are nice, knock it on the chest, you send it with the toss on the arm, the tension is nice, they send it away. Then you have the chicken wing basket run. Some of you guys are like, Jess, what is that? It is probably one of the most overused transitions you will see when you involve a lot of people on a dance choreography. It happens in HHI, WOD, any competition, or honestly any show where you see a lot of people, you're going to see it happen in one way or another. It's simple to me. It really does. It just shows how much creativity we didn't use in that moment. It's just that, which is what also makes me wonder, how much time do we realistically have to prep this? Because we only used the dancers in the intro, and they were there to frame at most. I don't think they needed the dancers in this way, but also, I get it. If you have them, use them. The toss back, pull downs, some tension is fine. Yeah, I'm also not going to do a review on, because we did a full cam journey with the group, we're not going to really review like the isms that they do in movement as much here until we see an official debut too. So keep that in mind. The kicks are fine. Toss it around. The switch off. Yeah, we're super off here. You can tell range is off, timing's off. But yeah, another thing, like the little give me 5 moment is fine. All of that was just like we learned a combo one day. It doesn't look like we prepped it for multiple hours like their actual formula track. That one has way more complexity of formations, even though the course is just a straight combo. That'd be the only note I'd give it. But also we have until their debut to really see that come to fruition. They may audit. This may be a good way to look and say, okay, here's our isms, let's audit it. This is like a benchmark is what I'm going to treat it, which I think we have many places we can grow through this. Then they basket run away, like that right there. It is one of my least favorite transitions because it just takes you away from the concept, if I'm being honest. Okay, so you toss it up, and then I like to look forward. Cool, so now we move from it. So like I had mentioned, Ola Solar, there's a little bit of like, not hybrid, but there's certain sounds or synths that happen in that intro that do remind me of Ola Solar. So it could be something, like that was in play, but that's cool. Like formula, it's sick. Okay, here we go. So we're nice and prepped, ready to go for the beginning. Ugh, nice and low. We got somebody in the back making sure our camera guy doesn't fall off the stage. That would be bad. But also telling him where they need to go. So ready to go. So I like that we have it where we send it down, down, down on the outside. So send the arms up. And then we take it through. And then you have the head to the ISO on the shoulder. Then we drop it down, switch the direction. They punch it, you have the yeah, he goes from the back, and then you have the yeah, yeah, where you have it more of a rigid, or like a switch off in the upper body, but it's very stiff in the torso. That's intentional in order to get that rotation to look like that. So they pull on the arms. It is fun to see this from the back, because most of the time you're going to see it from the front, but you're able to pick up on different things by seeing it from a different angle. So we lean it, so it looks like we have a little rotation around and back, different camera. Here we go, now we're in the front. Then we go heel, heel, heel to match that ta, 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 syncopated. We drop it low. They have that yeah, yeah. Of course, spacing could be better. We're more refined. Have it in. The point is nice, little fixed point of the arm to the inside as we take that torso to the outside and we send it in. I like the tension of the chin is nice. They punch it up. They go bass, bass, which is nice. The pull is cool. And then we have the ooh. And then we have this pull down, which is also nice. Toss away is nice. Arms up, send it in. Oh, I do appreciate Leo's mic being on and you can kind of hear that it's on. The turn around, the toss away. I really want to see this in a fixed cam dance practice. Just when they're only focusing, they're comfortable in their space and they're just running it versus on stage. There's so many emotions, so much complexity and emotions and logistics and physical things and time restraints that are factoring into this performance. It's not a true reflection of where they are in progress. And that's okay. And that's what makes this very interesting. Like, this is just a benchmark at most. We shouldn't be making any assumption in the realm of competency as a group right now at all. Even when they debut, I wouldn't do that right now. Ask in like 3 years when we see the direction. And most of the time, it's not even just going to be the group. It's going to be the mix of what teams they're working with, choreographically, vocal-wise, producing, arrangement, lyrics, those types of things, as well as the agency itself. There's so many moving pieces that they're just the tip of the iceberg. They're just the faces of this big mechanism of the group as a whole. So now we have those in a diagonal, and I like that we end up taking it through. They bleed it down over on the side, and then I like that they extend it, the pull with a trace. Like, that's another example. But no, he's the feature, so he keeps it lingered. But because he's next to Arno, it looks low-key like Arno's executing with the same degree of tension. But not everybody's doing it in the line, right? So that's what caught me in an interesting way. So that's where having really unique qualities of texture can potentially, I'm not saying it is here, potentially work against you. It's beautiful as a feature, but whenever you're doing it, not really as a feature, but like next to a feature or with other people who are not demonstrating that, you have to all get on the same page as a group. And then you can do unit stuff where you can, really explore those movements. I would say Win-Win and 10 in their duet moment is a great example of that. So the accent, bringing it down, it just makes me so curious about future activities with a group, personally. And also, I'm curious what they thought of this performance. I like the pulls on that, very individualized there, and I like the switch off in the partner moment there. I don't think Junso sticks out in a bad way whatsoever here. Like, I wasn't expecting it, but I expected significantly more rigidness in his torso compared to everybody else, but he doesn't stand out in that way. So far, everybody, it's just a range thing. We just got to work on our cleanliness. Yeah, pull it through. Boom, boom, boom. Unless they want to be known for individuality. If that's the case, that changes the dynamics entirely. But also what you look at, there's still common things that you can hold accountability to make sure that the individuality stands true. But we can touch on that later after we get more information about what do they want to be known for, right? So they axe it through. It is all unison, and the downside of unison is it's forcing you all to see it with a microscope of uniformity, and it's not uniform. It hasn't been uniform the whole time. You can see the choreo, but we're all on different pages, on torsos, on extensions. They kick. It's nice to see the content, but it doesn't look practiced, I think. But also, once again, don't know a lot of logistics in this. Sending it back, like the arms through, travel it through. Sending it from one side to another, like the individuality there. The pulse on that, even there, the timings are all different. That's an example. You notice with song one. I also keep in mind too, it's not, because he's blonde, it's easier to pick out, but it could be others doing it too. Like, watch. Right, his timing is different than others. Could it be an in-ear situation? Could it be, because when you're on thrust, and if your in-ear doesn't work, your timing can completely change based on the speaker projection. So I'm curious because I'm noticing it's pretty constant at times with song one. Could his in-ear not be working? Because it happens. A good example is Jen, whenever he did a feature for Coldplay at Coldplay's concert, and his in-ear wasn't working, but he was on the thrust all the way out in the middle of the stadium. So he had to manually factor in, am I on tempo? Am I on beat with what's being projected from the speaker, even though my in-ear is not working? That's so important. So I am so curious are our in-ears working? Because that could really impact what all this is, too. Ooh, remember, benefit of the doubt always. Like, look. Even there. Yeah. That's my hypothesis. I think Sungwon's in-ear's not working. I don't know. Or he's got a completely different dynamic pull of movement that he's operating in. The knockback. Toss downs. Boom. Boom. Yep. That little boom bop. I love that. That doo-doo-doo-doo. Anything we're using our shoulders to make that happen. Range could be a little bit, let me see. Just direction of torso can really help with that. Looks like we have a lot of space happening here compared to it being condensed and structured here. Little details. That can be a simple fix in rehearsal. Then he goes, they're all down to the ground. Nice little walk through, walkway. They rotate it up, fold it down. I like the little ding, ding, ding. Little accent there is nice. Boom. Come on now. The pull's happening on the torso. The chest was nice. We open it up. We get the formula. I don't mind the drop. I think I want to hear the audio as it is to really know, do I like this? I don't know. Jury's still out on a lot of stuff. Way, boom, boom. Dude, like that part was nice where they send the head over. Way, boom, boom, boom. Yes. Please let me know if there's an interview that they end up doing that talks about their time on Mamas. I'm gonna guess it that his in-ear's not working because it doesn't make sense the amount of timing differences he has compared to everybody else. And they're doing the full thing on the thrust. So the speakers are behind them and sound travels at a certain rate. So how it gets to their ear and how it gets to the audience in the back is going to be different, which is why the in-ears are vital. He's also in the front, so he can't reference other people. And then he has to make adjustments. Yeah. Gosh, I love whenever we do behind the scenes stuff of any group because it, like picking up on something like that, I would have never been able to do this time last year. It's cool because it also makes you see how human they are. Like, guys, these are humans. We do not need to, put so much value in them as people on a single performance at Mamas, right? Like, there's so many things happening. Now, are there areas that we could look at and be like, this needs to improve? Sure, right? Especially in the K-pop realm of what's expected when you see a group, especially in the rookie era, uniformity and synchronicity and full out energy is kind of those go-tos for boy groups. In complexity now, we can toss that in because of the Gen 5 landscape. But also, I think grace needs to be extended as well. This is not the cleanest routine. This is probably the least clean routine in the Boys to Planet side of things, including this. And that's okay, because it gives us a place where can we go from here? Like, understanding what happened. Because I really don't think it's just a simple, we're not prepared. I think it's much more than that. I think there's other logistics going on. The little head, knock, knock, knock. Yeah. We got the formula. Come on, camera. They walk away. Gosh, that must be so stressful if something went wrong and you're in the middle of the first performance where it's like a tone setter for how people are going to perceive you as a group, especially when you have fan bases or you have people that were not really a big fan of the final lineup, at least domestically. That's life, right? Boom, boom, bass. They run through. The pull away is fun. Let's go. 1, 2, boom. Yeah. I have way more confidence now in understanding what's going on. It's not a dynamic difference, it's a timing difference that he cannot control when he's in the front like that. Boom. Because notice he winced earlier too. Hands up. Man, the fact that those lasers mess with the camera like that, I bet the freaking lighting was phenomenal though. Like the lighting's so cool. Traveling it up. Notice I can't really touch on the content nearly as much because we're looking at other logistic elements. I think that's okay. We're gonna have a dance practice, I'm sure, at some point with this track, if this is their debut track or a pre-release track. They're gonna have a visual, they're gonna have stuff like that, hopefully. So we'll be able to readdress some things there at that point, which is why I said what I said about jury's gonna be just out living their life, taking a lunch break while we let them simmer and be a part of this journey. They rotate it. We got the cool at the end. Yeah, interesting, because like look back here, what was it? I mentioned it during the first little review, but I don't know what parts of this video are going to end up on YouTube, hopefully some of it, but let's look right here. Please watch song 1 specifically. Listen, it's going to be like a that. Look at his face. So that's going to be my guess. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm really glad we got to watch this. I mean, hey, flowers are flowers. I love the fact that we have an Aldi performance so soon. We weren't expecting them till 2026, so I love that they were on the lineup. I'm excited to look at more mama performances, especially with our groups that we've marathoned. And so there's more that's going to be coming and down the pipeline on Patreon, most likely just looking at the performances there. But yeah, I'm Jess, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.